Wendy, why don't you come up with Craig? Kurt, I'm sorry, thank you. It's getting late in the day, and I want to make certain, and you can put in a PowerPoint, I believe. And let me see, it would be on the desktop. Let's figure out which one is yours. Or I could look at from the pictures. Let's try to find the pictures. Oh, did you see it already? That, there you go.
No, not that one.
I'm sorry. Try again.
We found it earlier. I know it's
Yeah,
there.
yep. Back down, back here. Go Skype again. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Okay, which one is it? Point. This one? Top one?
Right here.
That one. There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Thanks. Thank you, everybody, for your patience.
Can I choose the arrow key?
Yes, and let's do the view first. Do press center view. So what's exciting about this is when we're not only creating alternatives to the main centralized systems that we've been talking about by making it possible for all of us to make 20% of whatever we might need, including our own energy, the same way we need to protect the grid at the centralized systems, we need to protect our own, especially if we're going to link them up in small microgrids. And the same way we need to protect our networks as well. So we have some breakthrough technology that Wendy and Craig will talk about. Now, Kurt, thank you very much. Kurt.
I'm Wendy Richards with Skycatcher Solutions. When I found out from Chuck that the EMP SIG was going to have an all hazards approach as an EMP SIG member, I felt that was a great opportunity to let people know about our new solution that we've worked with. We have brought together 3 very nice innovative solutions to create one extremely innovative solution. All 3 legs of the solution do stand on their own and are individual companies. The hardware platform is a Skycatcher system, that's the SkyKey, and it provides basically the gateway. It is a computer in your hand, and it can be used with any host computer. The host computer doesn't even have to have a hard drive in it because this bypasses a hard drive, leaves no footprint on the host computer. And self-auditing is always a nice feature because we all have those needs to audit. When it was initially created by us, it was specifically to meet DoD standards, so that was our jumping off point. And it is able to house multiple operating systems, which provides a lot of additional flexibility. Essentially, it can be tailored to meet so many different needs and so many different industries that it is a perfect fit for the electric industry, the smart grid, as well as utilities as well as forensic applications, medical facilities, et cetera, financial institution. What we have for encryption on our solution, in addition to it being a hardened tamper-resistant product, is the standard AES 256 encryption, because that is the standard. So it's required that things have the standard encryption. However, the bottom line is AES 256 is almost completely broken. Estimates we're hearing are 12 to 18 months, at which point that's not very future-proofed. And to our estimation, we needed to make sure our solution was future-proofed. So we added the ASBE encryption, which is anti-statistical block encryption. And a little bit more about that. That is by Merlin Encryption. And make sure I catch all the high points there. This encryption was, the inception of it was to focus on eliminating 2 major weaknesses, which are short statistic keys and that they must be transferred between endpoints. So what ASBE has done is they have much longer keys with variable lengths from 2008 bits scaling to 2 gigabytes, and the keys are created, destroyed, recreated every second, and do not have to be transferred or even communicated between endpoints. They are, the passwords scale to 64 kilobits, and the encryption is not subject to attack by cryptanalysis and cannot be reverse engineered with statistical analysis. The authentication ASBE provides more than 10 authentication factors and uses temporary factors to include nonlinear factors. So it is truly next-generation encryption and something to be aware of, because we do need to think about future-proofing what we already are working with. With that, we have Stealth Shield, and I'll have Kurt Macy come up and talk about that because he is here representing STT.
Good afternoon. More than 10 years ago, my group was looking for a truly secure solution to some problems we had with corporate networks and some information disappearing. We soon discovered that there was nothing. And so we decided to make it. And 43,000 programming hours later, and more than 6 complete rewrites, we have Stealth Shield. And it is not an improvement on existing technology. It is something completely new. I can tell you that Stealth Shield absolutely, positively blocks all external penetration attempts. Hackers cannot, no matter how much time or resources they have, are completely unable to penetrate a stealth network. Furthermore, if anyone within your network, or perhaps a rogue chip, attempts to communicate outside of that network, Trojan or whatever, it's automatically blocked. And an alert is sent to your network administrator and security, notifying you that the attempt happened. You have the saved message that it was attempted to be sent out, and we know what machine it occurred from and who was logged onto that machine in real time. Once again, it completely blocks all external penetration attempts. When you install Stealth on your management server and deploy it throughout your network, you determine who it talks to, both within and without side of that network. We use the internet for communications, but we're effectively not part of it. You cannot see a stealth network from outside. If you're on another stealth network, you still can't see anything to which you are not authorized to see. With that, I think we've... Oh, yeah. Go and push to that. Add the capabilities of Stealth to the PsyKey, and you have an impenetrable, invulnerable, invisible device. You have complete protection. No one else can do that. Thank you for your time.
One more comment.
Sure.
As you see up here, we also have, along with the integration into the solution for a computer you can take with you anywhere, use anywhere, and know that you are in your own trusted environment. We are also taking that a step further and integrating it, or in the process of integrating it, into a hardened solution for the BYOD phenomenon that we're experiencing. So that is on the very near horizon. This solution, all encapsulated with these 3 products together to create the PsyKey Stealth, will then be a BYOD solution as well. So, thanks.
That's a bring your own device solution. What I'd like to do is invite as many of you who can to stay through the full period, because between 5 and 6, when we talk about next steps, there'll be opportunities to ask more questions. I'd like to just ask one as we get ready for our next presenter from DHS is, if I remember right at one time, you were looking at the ability of someone to take that device, plug it in somebody else's computer in Moscow, Russia, communicate to whomever, and that computer never knew you were there. And then that could be a very interesting capability for some people we know. But it also, and it's invisible. They don't even, yes. And so it'd be very interesting for others to take the time to challenge your assertions and claims because they sound wonderful. And we'll have an opportunity to not only have white papers in the back of the room, but each of these presenters will have additions to the proceedings document of the conference that you'll be able to see, along with the recorded proceedings today and what they have out as their PowerPoint presentation. So thank you very much. And so now let's bring our next panelist in. And this is the Director of the Homeland Security Office for Cybersecurity Awareness and Education. And I also would like, there are a couple of folks from universities who I'd like to be staged up here ready to ask a first question. That's Dr. Clay Wilson. I think there's a Dr. Hedgepath here as well. And you might as well come up here if you are in the room, so we're all here at the same time. And what I would like to do is just mention the littlest bit about her because I don't want to mention the wrong things, except she was at a 3-letter agency on loan to DHS and was doing such a great job that they decided not to let you go. But she's forming a critical role of orchestrating the activities within DHS to create cyber awareness and support education, like all the universities that are creating centers of excellence. And as you come up now, I'd be glad to have you say a little bit more about your program and what you may think about your program, the need for education awareness in light of everything else that we've been discussing today, either on the the global scene, our national systems, as well as these small microgrids and networks that we're also trying to create.